All right, here we are, boys and girls, with another edition of the Proof Pull. This is a game that we are playing with, 10 chips per person maximum. This is what one of those looks like. They go in my bag, all mixed up, and in addition to that, we also have some other bonus treats. Now, I'll go through those right now. These chips right here are $10 bonus chips. The $10 bonus chips are immediate gift certificate bonuses that will go to the person after whom I pull this chip. So if I pull this chip out and then I pull your name, you're the one that's going to get the $10 bonus. Bonuses always work as the person after I draw the bonus chip. If I draw more than one bonus in a row, well, that bonus, both of those bonuses or all of those bonuses will go to that one person. All right, so this special bonus today, special bonus will win an entire 2009 Lincoln Cent proof set. The 4 different coins. I draw this. This becomes your drawn chip. So I pull this out. I draw your name. You get this. That's how these work. So I got 4 2009 sets going out to listeners everywhere. And then, so I'll leave this up here. And then we have 4 regular bonus chips. Regular bonus chips, I draw this. And you get 2 coins for your draw. You get your regular draw. And then you get your second draw. So you get 2 coins out of the box when I draw a bonus chip right before your name. So that is how all that will go down today. Hello, Klaus, Carl, Sandigger, Deanne, Malcolm, Farm Dog, Bo Palmer, Ant, Mr. Boudreau. Got everybody in here waiting to see it happen. This is how it goes down. Oh, I forgot. I covered up my spot for Madonna Light. Let's see. How do I make this work the way it needs to? Yeah, I made a mistake here in how I was putting things together. Let me do it like this. All right. So now we can see the box. We can see underneath here. This is where your chip is going to go. I draw your chip. I put it right here. And Techstar is going to get the first coin out of the box. First coin out of the box is a 2004 proof. 2004 proof Lincoln Cent. And that's for Techstar. One of these here to shove in front. There we go. Next up, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher. You get the next coin. And the next coin is a 2011 proof. 2011 S proof. Very nice deep cameo. And that's how this works. We run into bonus chips. There's a 2009. 2009 bonus chip. 2009 set will go to Malcolm. Malcolm will get a 2009 set. Congratulations to Malcolm. And so for that one chip, for that one drawing, he gets 4 2009 bonus, or 2009 proof Lincoln Cents. These are 3.1 gram full solid bronze, exactly as they had made them back in the early 1900s. And now one for Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray pulls 2019. 2019 proof. Let's see who's next. Next will be Ronald. Ronald Magany will get a 2006 proof. 2006. Yeah, next up. Who's next? Mr. McBride. Mr. McBride Draws a 1969 S proof. 1969 proof. And let's see, Stanley Zokowski is next. Stanley gets 2012 proof. 2012. Let's see, who's next? Raymond Lungi. Raymond, we get a 1994 proof. 1994. Let's see what's next. Carl. Carl is in next. Carl gets... Let me turn this lighting up. I think I'm turning it up. Nope. No difference. Okay, Carl gets a 2003. 2003 S proof. Lincoln Cent. And then next will be Stanley. Stanley will get, woohoo, looky here, 1954. 1954 proof. Typically sells for, $15 to $25. Stanley's a big winner there. That is actually a very nice 1954 proof. All right. Well, there is that from, let's see, that was for Stanley. Stanley. Now next, I got one really nice one out of here, right? Really nice. There's Mr. McBride. Joe. 1980 proof. 1980. Stephen A. And a 1971. 1971 proof for Stephen. And up next, a black chip. It's a bonus. It's a bonus chip, so next person I draw gets 2 coins. Stephen, you get 2 coins. A 1964 proof, a pretty one. Nice luster on that. And a 2015 proof. 1964 and 2015. That'll go to Stephen. Very nice one. Let's see who we got for winners so far. We had Malcolm, we've got Stephen, and then we've got Stanley. Stanley got a nice 1954 proof out of there. Who's next? Techstar. 1976. 1976. It's a bicentennial proof. Now, Parviz. Parviz picks up a 2002. A 2002 proof. Let's see who's next. Oh, there's a bonus. A bonus will go to Taco John. Even though his chip is totally worn out, still a bonus for Taco John. Taco John gets 2 coins, and his 2 coins are 1975 and, oops, there's 2 stuck together there, 1985. 1975 and 1985. So that's for Taco John. Woot woot, Taco John. So we got different people winning. That's a good thing. I was hoping these special chips would go to a wide assortment of people. Here's one for Stanley. What does Stanley get? 1963. 1963 proof. That's for Stanley Zokowski. Next up, Deanne. Deanne with a 1977. 1977 proof. Next up. Well, Taco John comes back with another worn out chip. I have to redo your chips, Taco John. Here's a Bicentennial 1976 proof. Let's see, who's next? There's Carl. Carl is up next. 1975. 1975 proof. Let's see who we have coming up next. Ant 2242. How about 1960? 1960. This one happens to be a large date for Ant. Now, Wanda. Wanda, 1981 proof. 1981. Next up, Parvez. Parvez gets a 1998 proof. 1998. That's for Parvez. Let's see what we get next. Well, Paul Hampton. Paul. What do we draw out of the box? There's two stuck together here. Get a 2002 for Paul. 2002 proof. That's for Paul Hampton. Hello, Ted. Let's see. Mr. McBride. Mr. McBride gets a 2004. 2004 proof. That's for Joe. And move some of these over a little bit here. Make more room. Have to make more room. Some of these have turned sideways and some of them have been stacked atop one another. Alright. Next, Ant 2242 picks up a 2002 proof. 2002. Then next up, is there still a prize for the last one pulled? That not every time we do this. Only sometimes when we do this would there be a prize for the last one pulled. Here's 2013 S. Actually, it'd be the very first one pulled. That's the way we do it. We are doing great, I think. Hey, looky there. Somebody is going to get a 2009 Lincoln Cent proof set. Who will that be? Well, you look at that. Mary. Mary's going to get a 2009 proof set. Looks just like this one right here. It's got all four designs of 2009 in one set of 4 coins. That's for Mary. Let's oop. Hey, get back here. Hey, Chip tried to make an escape on me here. All right, so it's going to go up there with Malcolm's. Now, next up, well, Taco John. Taco John comes back again. Taco John this time 1970 proof, 1970S. Congratulations, Mary. 2009 proof set's actually a really nice one to have for your collection. You get 4 coins for the price of 1, right? Hidden numismatist will get a 2006 proof. Let's see, what do we have next? I don't mean to seem like I'm rushing things here. Here's Sand Digger. Sand Digger's first proof pull is a 1969S. I don't mean to seem like I'm trying to rush this along, but I do have over 250 coins to pull. I'm going to try to get it done inside of 2 hours. Otis Otis up next. Otis gets a 2006. 2006 proof. Next up, Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray will get a 1978. That's one of those years you don't see very much. Not a lot of them out there. Let's see. Next up, Ant. Seems like I'm pulling a lot of Ant lately. 1969 proof. Wait a minute. That one has a spot. Let me get a second coin for you, Ant. 2012. 2012. That is a scarce one. 2012. Those are some expensive proof sets. 2012s are always tougher to get. Let's see. Penny Hoarder here. And Penny Hoarder gets a 1998. I am not going to spoil it and look at the reverse and see if that's the white or close AM. If it's the white AM, you got yourself a normal coin. If it's the close AM, you got yourself a very valuable coin. I'm trying to make room for some more of these here. Make sure I can get all the way through my stack. Okay. Next up, let's see, this one's not going to do me any good here. I'll try a little bit more. There we go. That'll give me a little more room. Let's see, who do I get to work with next? Mix the bag back up. Grab from the bottom, Paul. Paul Hampton. Paul gets a year 2000 proof, Y2K. And next, oops, Richard, Mr. Sappington. Richard now with a Y2K, year 2000. These were extremely well mixed, so if we get repeats that are showing up or if people get doubles, it's just by the luck of the draw. These were very well mixed before they were put in the boxes. Here's Mr. Sappington again. That I happened to grab Mr. Sappington twice in a row here is simply luck of the draw. I'm just reaching and grabbing a chip. He gets a 2013. 2013 are actually kind of tough to get. A laser etched cameo on those means that most of the coins issued are a nice ultra cameo. Here's a 1978 for Kelly Ray. I think that might match the one she already got. Not sure though, I can't really remember. Deanne. Deanne now with a 1998. And again, I won't ruin it by looking at the reverse. That's something that is between you and your coin. Crispy. Crispy's up next. Crispy gets a 1992. 1992 for Crispy. Let's hear next. Steven. Steven back with another, and this one is a 2012. Steven's going to get a 2012. That, folks, is the year 2012. They made very few proof sets that year. There were a lot of people wanting them that did not get them because they waited until the deadline. And at the deadline, everybody realized there were a lot of 2011 proof sets for every 2012 proof set. The 2012 proof sets were probably half the mintage of 2011. Here's another one for Paul. 2003 for Paul. 2008 or 1998 and 1999 are both very good years to be checking the reverse. Here's one to check for a double die, 1971. I don't see any doubling on this one, but there could be. 1971 is one of those years that carries a couple of nice double dies. Here's Otis. Otis now. 1964. 1964. This is kind of like a punch box. We're just punch, 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 punch. That's how it works. There's a lot of them. Trying to give everybody their time. Here's bonus. And who gets a bonus? I'm going all the way to the very back corner. See my finger back there? I'm going to go all the way to the very back corner for this one. This one's going to go to Raymond Longy. Raymond picks up, well, a 1972 and a 2017. 72 and a 17. You study these proof coins, you can start seeing all the differences in the design over the years because they changed the Lincoln Cent design a number of times. And up next, Kelly Michaud, wonderful friend from Canada. He gets a 1961 proof, 1961. And Sureg up next. Sureg get a 1968 proof, 1968S. And Crispy is next. Crispy. How about a 1970S toner? Really nice looking toner. Left it in a cardboard holder because it is so nicely toned. The reverse has no toning, and the obverse, you can see that ring. Those rings are colored. It doesn't show very well in the dyno, but it is a very nice coin. Next up, Mr. Birchman, Mike, 1986. Not only the year I graduated high school, but it also is a tough year to get. 1986. The toning on the 1970S does come from the original holder. Look at there, Gold Dog. Gold Dog in here for his first, and it's a 1964. Lots of double dies on the 1964 to be watching for. And I have to move some coins. There we go. I have to do this once in a while just because these coins take up plenty of room. But when you get the poker chip involved too, you're talking about a lot of room taken up by stuff. Here's Wanda. Wanda gets 1963. 1963, one of those years with a really nice FS double die reverse along with a bunch of others. Here is Sand Digger again. Sand Digger gets a Y2K. It's messed up here. Get it straightened out. There we go. A Y2K. Year 2000 proof. Let's take this out now. And keep moving. What do we got next? Steven. Steven gets a 1977. 1977. Nice cameo proof there. And next up, last one for this row, we'll go back to Sand Digger again. Sand Digger this time gets a 1976. 1976S proof. Alrighty then. Move to the other side of the box. There we go. And we will next go to Deanne. Deanne, 1961. 1961 for Deanne. I think I can get this one back here. There we go. Next up, Taco John. Taco John, Taco John. 1982. There's your 8th coin for a 1982 set. A lot of people think of the 7 that they put out in circulation, but there's the 1 that they came out with in the proof sets. Here's Jim Fletcher now. Jim Fletcher is going to get 2013. 2013 for Jim. Well, Sandigger comes back for more. What's Sandigger get this time? How about a 1985? 1985. A lot of these proofs from the 80s are actually kind of tough to get. Hey, Crispy. I'm always glad when people get one of those. Hey, look, there's Mary again. What does Mary get this time? How about a 2019 proof? 2019 S. She already got that 2009 set. Now she's got the 19. Stanley? 1999. That means he's got an issue where you can look on the reverse and see if you get the close AM. If you've got the close AM, you've got a stranger. If you've got the white AM, you've got a normal coin. Here's Richard. Mr. Sappington gets a 2011. 2011. Look at that. $10 bonus chip. $10 in bonus goes to Hidden. Hidden gets a $10 bonus with us. That is in lieu of, actually it is in addition to. So, yeah. Now I remember. Hidden also gets a coin. And two stuck together here. He gets a 2000 Y2K year 2000 proof. Now I have to put Hidden's name on a sticky note. So that I remember who gets that bonus. Here we go. And there it is. I'll just put it on the chip up here. That's a $10 bonus chip right there for Hidden. Do not soak coins in xylene. Xylene is only meant to get dust and grime and dirt and little things off of coins. It's not meant to actually take a lot of gunk off. Ooh, sorry about the sorry about the flip issue there. That's a 1982 D. I should have 82S. I should have brought the name out first, but here is the name it goes to. Ronald Magany. Next will be Kelly Michaud. Kelly Michaud gets about an 87S, 1987S. Don't ever put a paper towel in contact with a coin. Never. Paper towels are made of paper. It's a wood grain. It's a hard grain, and it will scratch coins. All right, another 2009 set. This one's going to go to Taco John. Taco John now with a 2009 proof set of Lincoln Cents. Congratulations to Taco John. What's up next? Carl. And Carl will get a 1989 proof. Those are kind of tough. Not real easy. Don't see a lot of them around. Here's Techstar. What's Techstar get? Well, boom, boom, boom. There we go. Another 1954. That's actually a 55. That's a 1955 proof. This is what you would use xylene for. This right here. And here is the reverse on this one. It's actually quite nice. It's not a bad coin. Just got a little bit of haze on it. But it's a 55. So Techstar, if you're watching, you got a 55 proof, not a 54. Alright, hidden. Hidden now. Already a winner. Gets a 1996. 1996S. Those sets are kind of expensive. A little more difficult to get. That's the year my son was born. That's why I know those. Mr. McBride, Joe. 1999. Once again, a year you can flip and check. If it's got the close AM, you got a winner. If it's got the wide AM, you got the normal coin. Here's Deanne. Deanne now. 2002. 2002S. Yes, these are all proofs. You can handle a 55. Sure you can. I don't even have a roll of 55s. 55 sneak in. That's how I get them. They sneak in acting like 54s. Here's a 2013 for Mike. Who is next? Ronald? Mr. Magony? 1980. 1980 proof. Now we got Ant 2242. 2019. Very nice, clean 2019 proof. Here's Ronald again. Ronald Magany goes in for another coin. 2006 this time. 2006. I don't know, Taco. What did I? Yeah, you got a 2009 set. That's what you ended up with. If that's what you were away from keyboard. Yeah, that's one of the 4 coin 2009 Bicentennial Lincoln sets. That ought to do good for you. Here's a Jim Fletcher. Jim Fletcher coin, going to be a 1978. 1978 proof for Mr. Fletcher. Here's Paul. Paul now. 1969. 1969 S proof. Up again. Taco John. Taco John. 1994. 1994 for Taco John. Mary gets 1988. 1988 proof. And now, look at that. There's a bonus. Somebody's going to get 2 draws, and that's going to be Steven. Steven with 2 draws. How about a 1990 proof and a 2005 proof. 2005. That's for Steven. Got to move coins again. Hang on. That's what I did not do. Get an extra box and bring it over here. All right, so let me move some of these out. Give us an opportunity to get to the back of this box and still have room. All right. There's that. Next up, Deanne. Deanne gets the next coin in the box, and that is a 2005. 2005 proof. Who am I going to draw next? Everybody says, me. Ant. Ant's up next. Ant gets 1984. Folks, I can let you know this is the only 1984 in this proof pull. 84 seems to be the hardest issue for me to acquire. So that's a big congrats. Here's one for Parviz. Parviz now gets 2003 proof. Parviz again, second time up straight, gets a 1997 proof. Next up, who's this? Ronald. Mr. Ronald gets a 1968 proof. Mike, Mr. Birchman, 1981. Could be a type 1, could be a type 2, most likely type 1. The type 2 is going to be a $60 to $100 coin. Here's Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray now with a 2011 proof, 2011. What did Steven say? Wired the down payment on my new home today and getting beautiful coins with a few extra freebies. Yes. Down payment on your new home. Well, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. Hidden comes up next. 1958. Got a 1958 proof last year of the wheat cent. And a 1958 proof for Hidden. Hidden's doing well today. I mean, he probably doesn't even know it. Mary comes up next with a 1977. 1977 for Mary. Crispy. How about a 1973? 1973 proof for Crispy. And next up, Ronald again. And Ronald will get a 1985. 1985. Sureg. Sureg, 1956. Very nice, getting back into the wheat years, 1956. A lot of nice ones in 1956. You can get some double die obverses and reverses. Here's Kelly Ray again. Kelly Ray. How about a 1964? Kelly Ray. Ronald M. Giggle every time you see what name, Sandigger? Ronald with a 1963. Taco John. Taco John back in here now with a 1977. 1977 proof. Some of these are really, really nicely colored. There's another one for Ronald again. Back to Ronald. And a 1981. 1981 proof. Mr. Sandigger again. Crispy, okay. 1982 to Sandigger. Every time I hear the Crispy, I'm thinking of one of two things, neither of which are even related, but the first one is the old Crispix cereal. In the commercials they used to do for Crispix cereal, Crispix is crispy times 2. Some of you might remember that. And then the other thing I think of when I see Crispy is Krusty the Clown on The Simpsons. 1993 for Mike. Pretty much all of these, if you see scratches when you see these coins, you're looking at what's on the holder, not what's on the coin. Almost all of these, the flaws are strictly on the plastic. See? As soon as I move the coin, the flaws move too. Or they move in the opposite direction. 2002 for Gold Dog. Ronald. Every time I see this one, Ronald, I want to say Ronald McDonald. Here's 2011 for Ronald. I think of Sand Digger, I think of Sand Fleas. Like Sand Chigger. Gold Dog here. Gold Dog gets a 1995. 1995 for Gold Dog. You ain't scared. I ain't scared neither. I don't believe in scared. Otis. Otis gets a 1992. 1992 proof for Otis. Let's see what's next. Deanne. Deanne here. Deanne with a 2005. 2005 proof for Deanne. Next up, Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder gets a 1994. 1994. That'll work well for your collection, I think. Here is Sureg. Sureg back with 1997. 1997 proof. Crispy. Crispy gets a 1986. Tough year to get. The year of my graduation. I'm one of those flip-flop babies. You talk about a flip-flop baby. You take the two digits, the last two digits of the year you were born, and flip them around. If it's the year you graduated high school, or were supposed to graduate high school, then you are a flip-flop baby. I was born in 1968, graduated in 1986. My mother and father were born in 1946, and they graduated in 1964. There's Taco John now with a 1977. Taco, you might already have that one under your belt today. If it is, I'll replace it for you. Deanne. Of course, there's a certain number of years that work for that. 1970. 1974 Deanne. And then other years just don't work at all. Here's Stanley. Stanley gets a 1972. Yep, 1966 isn't too good for any flipping or flopping because you don't graduate in 66 if you're born in 66. Unless you're graduating from poop school. Otis. 1961. I got hairs in here. I don't know why I got hairs in here. I keep cleaning the hairs off of these. It's very unsightly, but I can't do much about it until I see it. Right? Okay, let me do this. Pull these back to my next box. I've got my next box ready. I'm going to fill the rest of this box up. Alright. Hey, looky there. There's a $10 special for somebody. Somebody's going to be back here in the back corner of the bag. And that somebody's going to be Sureg. Sureg gets $10. Just for being involved. And there it is. That goes on his $10 chip. It goes up here now. Sureg gets a coin. What does Sureg get? Oh, wait, here it is. Next. And it's a 2004. 2004 S. And moving right along, as we must do, Carl. Carl back up now. Carl gets a 1981. Carl will get a 1981. Take this out of here now. And next up, oops, I grabbed two. There we go, Crispy. Crispy gets a 1992. 1992 for Crispy. Oops. There's a little flipperoo over here. Chuck likes to make messes. All right, here we go. Joe McBride. Joe now. 1998. 1998 for Joe. All right, time for me to move this box. Bring in a new box of coins. Let me move some of these out of the way. There we go. There ain't going anybody. That's got a spot on it. The 73 proof with a big black spot on it. Not going to send that out to anyone. All right, who's next? Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray saved her from the 73, and she gets a 72. And this 72's got... Okay, this 72 is fine. 72, another one of the years to look for a double die obverse. Pretty nice one. Here's Parviz. Mr. Parviz, 1961. Parviz likes to watch everything that happens, but very rarely actually says anything. Not because he's antisocial, but because he doesn't type quickly. And so by the time he gets a sentence typed in, the subject is usually changed. There's one for Carl, 1995. So we like to hear from Parviz when he has a chance and understand that he faces a lag issue. Techstar, 1956. 1956 proof. A wheat proof. It's not very often you see that wheat reverse in proof like that. That's 1956 for Techstar. But Parviz does enjoy being a part of the family here. And he thoroughly enjoys watching these shows. Here's Gold Dog. Gold Dog, 1977 now. Let's see. Paul Hampton. Haven't seen his name in a little while. Got a 2004 for him. 2004. To let you know, Farm Dog, you've got another dog in the house. Gold Dog joined us this week. So now we got Farm Dog and Gold Dog. Don't know whatever happened to Bulldog. Bulldog hasn't been around in quite a while now. It was a 1981 for Steven. Up next. Well, there's Gold Dog again. What does Gold Dog get this time? How about a 1982? You know, that one's foggy. I'm going to give him another one. Next coin up is a 1987. That looks nicer than the 82, so I'll just give you both of them, Gold Dog. Let's see what we have next here. Wanda. Wanda. 2004 for Wanda. 2004 proof. That 56 should go well with the 55. You going to get a 53 next? Maybe a 54. Here's Kelly. Kelly Michaud. 1993. 1993 for Kelly. Now, Mr. Sappington, Richard. pick up a 1980. 1980 for Mr. Sappington. Next up, well, we're back to Gold Dog. Back to Gold Dog. Gold Dog gets a 1958. So you just got Techstars coin, I guess. 1958. Congratulations on that wheat cent proof coin. Usually sell, they generally sell for somewhere between $8 and $15. Wanda. 1998. Of course, I'm going to let you flip it over and see what's on the back side. Next up, Mr. Longy. Raymond. $1985. $1985 for Raymond. Next up, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, 1964. This one looks like it has some cameo left on it, which is kind of unusual for 1964. Oh, you got an Amber Alert? You live too far away from me for me to get that same alert. Otis. Otis with a 1971. 1971 proof. Where do we go from here? Sandigger. Sandigger with a 1961 proof. 1961. A little bit hazy. Still nice, though. Next up. Back to Gold Dog again. And Gold Dog this time with a 1999. Gonna party like it's 1999. Gold Dog has a chance of getting the really, really scarce Close AM proof. Here's one for Raymond here. 1996. 1996 proof. Techstar. Techstar is up now. Oh, and a 2007, but this one's got toning on it. Do you see that? That's excellent color on that 2007. Awesome stuff. Let's see, who's up next? Otis. Otis is next. Otis with a 1957. 1957 wheat cent proof. How about Raymond again? Raymond, 2017. 2017 for Raymond. Akron, Ohio. Okay. Malcolm. Well, I hope it's a false alarm. And if it's not, I hope things work out for the benefit of the child. 1968 there. Next up, we're going to go to Stanley. Stanley with a 1987. Next, Mr. Birchman. 1998. There's another one. You can look on the reverse and see if you're lucky. Next up, Sureg. Sureg gets a 1985. 1985 for Sureg. Malcolm now. 1999 for Malcolm. Did you get a 2007 that you needed, Techstar? I don't remember what... Oh, you did get it. 2007. Awesome. I'm so happy that people are getting coins they can use. That's just really cool. Mike? Got two of them at once. There we go. Shove that one back in. 2002. For Mr. Birchman. 2002. Anybody keeping score? Stanley, 2006. Just wonder if there's anybody keeping score. Anybody know how many spots everybody has? When Mr. Boudreau is here, he keeps score. 1993 for Mary. 1993 proof. A beautiful coin. Next up, Stephen. Stephen with a 1973. Nice 1973 proof. 1 year type. 1 year reverse type. Stanley. Yeah, that 1 year reverse type is very large initials on the reverse. There we go. 1959 for Stanley. Mary has 5 left. You're only keeping track of yours, though, right? Mr. Birchman was keeping track. I mean, not Mr. Birchman. As Mr. Boudreau was, he was keeping track of everybody. He knew how many everybody was going to get. Here we go. There's a 1979S Type 2. That's a 1979S Clear S. That one's slightly less common, more difficult to get, a little more valuable, too. I'll move things over here. Alright, make some more room here for coins. Alright, there we go. Next up, Mr. Carl. Carl, 1993 for Carl. 1993. This is primarily why I only allow 10 per person. First reason is because I don't want to take up a lot of time giving one person 27 coins. I'd rather it be a 10 per person so we can get over the broadcast and get everybody what they want. There's Mike in 1963. The second reason is that my bag would become too full. With the number of people who become involved now, I've already got close to 300 chips in the bag. Surag gets a 1986. 1986. And then the other reason is basically duplication. I've got 45 different years here, but sometimes people are going to get duplicates. And that's just how this works. 1998S. But I definitely do keep track of what years I'm short on. I order new rolls. I replenish years that are short. I continue to fill up these boxes. Parviz. These boxes are stocked from other boxes that I have. 1976 for Parviz. Nice bright red. Wait a minute, that had a spot on it. Parviz, I'm giving you another coin. Another coin. Second coin is a 1956. How about that? Parviz gets 2 coins in a row there. Let's see who comes out next. Malcolm. Malcolm with a 1996. Bags can only handle so many chips. I can only handle so many chips before I start to go stir crazy. Got to go use the bathroom once in a great while. You know what I'm saying? 1985. 1985 for Mr. Fletcher. What else do we have? Mr. McBride. Mr. McBride Joe. 1970. This one's got a start of some toning. I don't see much on it. But it does have that little ring that you start to get with the toning. All right, who is next? What do we have coming up next? But Techstar is going to get 1990. Did you need that for your book? 1990 proof. Let's see who's next. Richard. Richard with a 2003. And we have been doing this for just about an hour, which means we are, I'm going to guess, about halfway finished. So roughly a 2-hour show. Here's one for Malcolm, 1987. 87 for Malcolm. Raymond now, 1999. 1999 for Raymond. Oh, we have a 2009 set coming up. Who's going to get a 2009 set? I wonder who wants it the most. Well, we don't have this person on board yet. So Penny Hoarder will get a 2009 set. Penny Hoarder gets a 2009 set. And now, Malcolm. Next coin in the box, 1992. For Malcolm, 1992. All right. Let me ditch some of these coins into the other box. Get more room. There we go. Had to make room for coins. That's a good problem to have when you have to make room for the coins. Mr. Boudreaux hasn't seen his name yet. Are you in here? Let me flip a few over in here and hunt around in the bag and see. Hang on a second. Well, there's a reason you haven't seen your name, Mr. Boudreaux. Got all your chips right there. Let me know what you want to do. Whether you want me to put you in now at the stage where we are, if you want me to refund your involvement, or if you want me to hold you for the next pull. Let me know. You got 3 choices. I can either refund you, I can add you in now, or I can hold you over for the next one. Yeah, I messed up. Pia Ziara. ZRS. I don't know what you're saying. But this isn't one of those places. Whatever you're saying. Refund? Okay. I'll do a refund. I'm sorry I didn't get you in on this one. Once in a while I make that mistake, and it's an unfortunate thing. I'm sorry. But I will get you in next time for sure. I was watching closely. I thought I got everybody in. But I guess, well, once in a while I'm going to make a mistake. I'm sorry. Okay. So I had Crispy out for the next coin. The next one is 1989. 1989. Next up, Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder, 2006. 2006. If it helps any at all, Mr. Boudreau, I will be doing one of these again in 2 weeks. I'll be able to get you in 2 weeks if you want me to do it that way. There's one for Wanda. It's going to have just about all the exact same things in it. 2002 for Wanda. 2002. Next, Richard. Aha, look at there. 1953 for Richard. 1953 proof for Richard. That's an awesome one. Good date there. Here's one for Sureg. Sureg up for a 1996. 1996. Next up, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, 1993. 1993 for Mr. Fletcher. Raymond. Raymond with a 2006. Ronald. And for Ronald, 1985. 1985 for Ronald. And next up, Crispy. Crispy comes back, gets a 1986. 86 for Crispy. Ant now has a 1987. Now Wanda. 2001 for Wanda. 2001. Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton, 1997. Otis, 1968. 1968. Next up, Stephen, 1990. 1990 for Stephen. Next up, Parviz. Parviz with a 1995. 1995 for Parviz. Sand Digger again. How about a 1969 proof? 1969. Well, Parviz comes up again. And Parviz this time. Get a 2002. 2002 for Parviz. Malcolm. 1977. That was hazy. I'm going to give you another coin. And the next one's a 1962. A little bit of cameo left on that one. It's a pretty nice coin. Mr. McBride. 2003 from Mr. McBride. 2003. Penny Hoarder. Penny Hoarder up next. 1959. 1959 proof. First year of the memorial cent. And we got Penny Hoarder. I just drew for Penny Hoarder. He gets another. This one's a 1958. Got the first year of the memorial and the last year of the wheat in back-to-back draw. How often would you expect to see something like that? Here's one from Mary now. Mary, how about a 1993? Yes, Parviz, I can do that. Jim Fletcher, 2007. 2007 for Jim. Richard. $1990. Next up, Penny Hoarder again. Penny Hoarder this time. Well, 1990. 1990 for Penny Hoarder. And next, Techstar back in. Techstar. 2006. 2006 for Techstar. Let's see, Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray, the 1970. It's got a little bit of toning on it. 1970 with a touch of toning. Let's see, next up. Well, what is this with Penny Hoarder? I keep getting these Penny Hoarder. Here's a 1993 for Penny Hoarder. I figured it would happen eventually. I just didn't know when we would start calling them. Oh, hey, look at this. There's a $10 chip. And a $10 chip goes to Gold Dog. Gold Dog for a $10 bonus. So, I will put Gold Dog's name on his bonus chip. Put that with the others. And then I will draw a coin for Gold Dog. Gold Dog's coin turns out to be a 1998 proof. 1998. Congratulations, Gold Dog. Not sure if he's here right now. Otis. Otis has a 1989. 1989 for Otis. And then Crispy. 1985. 1985 for Crispy. How about Richard now? Richard. 2008. Got a 2008 proof for Richard. Wanda. 1999. 1999. Here's Deanne. 1987. 1987. Now the 1998, 1999 proof cents, they come in two different versions. One is scarce, the other is common. The common one is going to look like the reverse of this coin. It's a 2006 for Taco John. Yeah, let me zoom in here. See how the A and the M have separation between them? That is common for the 1990s proofs. Okay. As soon as I run into one, I'll show you the other kind. 1993 is the only year that is supposed to have the close AM reverse. Here's a 1990. 1990. Mary lost track of how many she has left. I guess you'll just have to sit back and watch the show like the others of us who have walnut brains and sit around just watching. Right? I don't even try to keep track. I am unable. It's Penny Hoarder with a 2017 now. 2017. Here's another one for Hidden. Let's see what Hidden gets this time. Here's a 2012. 2012 for Hidden. Trying to watch too. Got somebody else on that you're watching? Malcolm now with 1987. 1987 for Malcolm. Parviz. 2003. 2003. Techstar, if you want duplicates pulled, I can do that for you. Hang on a second. Let me grab a pen that works. You only cheer on me on Mondays? Cheat. You only cheat on me on Mondays. I get it. Well, look. I drew your name, Wanda. Wanda gets a 1988. 1988 proof. Got you, Parviz. I'll take all of your duplicates out. Well, look at that. I'm not even looking down there, and I drew Wanda a second time. And another 2003. This one's a 2003 for Wanda. You watching now, Wanda? Ant 2242 gets a 1987. 1987 proof. Malcolm. Woohoo! Malcolm, 1953. 1953 for Malcolm. Beautiful 1953. These things they're over $500 a roll now. Paid your invoice. Good thing you looked. You thought you did. Yeah. You get a reminder eventually. Kelly Michaud gets a 1970 proof. 1970. Raymond with a 1973. 1973 proof for Raymond. Paul Hampton, 1982. 1982 for Paul. Oh, I still got quite a few in here. I'll be into my next box for sure. Stephen, 1963. 1963 for Stephen. Mary, 1959. 1959 for Mary. Carl, 82 for Carl. 1982. Richard back up now with a 2010 proof. We're going to have to do a little bit of shuffling here. There we go. Alrighty. Steven. Oops, got two of them in that drawer. Have to talk to my guy about not duping these up in the box. Can somebody help me out with these? Here's a 1995. 1995 for Steven. You got to be careful not to put a flip over another one. You end up losing coins that way. Here's Mr. McBride. 1963. 63 for Joe. What's next? Mr. Longy again. Raymond. 1987. 1987. Mary. Mary comes up again. And Mary gets one of the more expensive ones. One of the more difficult ones to get. 1996. 1996. Who's next? Crispy. Well, 1973 for Mr. Crispy. You want to raid my stash? Be prepared to spend the night. Penny Hoarder. Oh, Penny Hoarder gets a 1957. 1957. There we go. Awesome. Otis. 1963. 1963 proof. Sureg. 2019. 2019. Who is up next? But Wanda. Miss Wanda gets a 1971. That's got some nice cartwheel to it there, even though it's a proof coin. Very nice. Otis says film at 11. Just grab, you get good stuff. Sand Digger. 2014 for Sand Digger. Yeah, see, it's one of those things where I've hidden all the good stuff amidst the other stuff. So here's one for Gold Dog. Gold Dog with the 1977. Nice cameo on that 77 there, brother. Alright, gotta take these out, make room at the end of the box. Alright. I'm going to have to get another box here soon. Raymond. 2010 for Raymond. Joe, I think you get good stuff if you just grabbed. I'd point to where to grab. Hey, look at this. Paul Hampton. Paul Hampton right here. Ding, 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 ding. 1954. 1954 proof. For Paul. Is Paul here? He is here. Paul is here. Congratulations, Paul. Get a 1954 proof. Here's Mike. Mike with a 1969. Yeah, see, Mary, what I do is I put you in a jumpsuit with no pockets and handcuff you. And then you can go in the closet for 5 minutes, look around, And that will be the $20 presidential tour. Carl now with a 2002. Carl with the 2002. Who's next? Mr. McBride. 2001 from Mr. McBride. Um, 1963, there were no coins made in San Francisco, Stephen. No coins made in San Francisco from 1950, no Lincoln cents anyway, made in San Francisco from 1956 through 1967. Let's correct that. There were no coins made with San Francisco mint marks between 1956 and 1967. Here's one for Mr. Birchman. Mr. Birchman got a 1970. A little hazy, working toward some toning. Oh, that's a real tight fit back there. Okay. Next up, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher, you're the one. I like that. 1974. 1974 to Mr. Fletcher. Who is next? Ant. Ant, I've got a 1993 here. 1993. Okay. There is that. I must excuse myself for the next box. Hang on just a moment, please. Okay, so now it's time for me to load this box up with these ones that I had to move out of the way. Alright, we'll go with that many of them in this box. There we go. It's about how many chips I have left, I think. Somewhere around there. Alright. Deanne comes up next. And Deanne, it's a 1990. 1990 proof. Crispy. Sandigger got 7 pounds of pennies. Doesn't know what to do with them. 1989. Your first thing is to sort them by date and mint mark. And your second thing would probably be to bring up coppercoins.com. You know what to do from there. 1987. 87 for Paul. Oh, you know what to do with them. But here's Techstar again. Techstar looking for those other 1950s because he's already got a couple of them in his hat. Gets a 2002. Next up, Mary. Miss Mary. Well, there's an unusual one. Here's a 1966 SMS Lincoln cents, a special mint set. They didn't make proofs from 1965 through 67, but in those 3 years, they did make special mint sets, and that one was from a special mint set. Mike, Mr. Mike, could you just imagine, Mary, how my mail carrier acted when I had about 300 pounds of mail? I have to help load the truck. Let's just put it that way. If I want it to go anywhere, I help load the truck. All right, Mr. Fletcher. Mr. Fletcher gets a 1962. 1962 for Mr. Fletcher. And then Ant comes back and gets a 1959. 1959. You have to imagine all the mail I have. You guys talk about getting your heavy boxes where you're only one of about 30 people who got a box. This time it was more like 45. So there's 1996 for Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray with a 1996. Right? They backed the truck up into my driveway. That's how heavy this stuff is I put out. 1990. And there was a couple of times, well, that's the second one in a row for Kelly Ray, isn't it? And a couple of times that, hey, look, there's Mary again. Mary. 1953. 1953 for Mary. I didn't put an exclamation point on the end of that one. But there you go, Mary. You got your old one. Here's Kelly Michaud. Kelly Michaud. 1969. 1969 for Kelly. Carl. 1961. 1961 for Carl. Well, we could just say it this way, Mary. If your mailman complains about bringing a package to you, tell them to imagine the source. Just imagine the source. Sand Digger, 1996. 1996. We got about 10 or 12 left. Mr. Fletcher. 1993. Mr. Fletcher. Right? Sureg. 1998 S. Sureg gets a 1998. My mail carrier doesn't complain. In fact, my mail carrier is a lady. My mail carrier before her was a lady. And they're both very nice about what they do for me. 2007. In fact, they'll bring me extra tubs if I ask for extra tubs. They always hand deliver all of my supplies to me. Here's Otis. But I also live on a rural route, which could change things. 1968 to Otis. 1968 proof. Next up, Paul. Paul gets a 1979 S Type 2. That doesn't look like a Type 2. Hang on a second. Let me get this record straight here. I had to go all the way across the room to get my loot. Well, I should have believed myself in the first place. This is a Type 2. 1979 S Type 2. Parvis. Yeah, usually I'm kind of leery about, who I tell locally that there are coins in boxes, but my mail carriers are good. They don't care. 2002 for Parvis. I know that's a duplicate. I'm going to change that for you. Deanne. Deanne picks up a 1998. 1998 for Deanne. Back to Carl. Carl now with a Y2K 2000. I figured you'd like that, Paul. Who's Wanda Wolf whistling at? Go Dog. You gotta imagine me carrying all this stuff upstairs. I work upstairs. There's a 2007. 2007 for Gold Dog. I have a total of 4 chips left. Only 4 chips remaining. Get these stacked up. And Sand Digger is my first of the 4. Gets a 1990. 1990. Next up, Sureg. Sureg will get 1996. 1996. And next to the last chip goes to Kelly Ray. And Kelly Ray will get this one. It's a 2001. Good gosh, Parvez, you got a lot of duplication going on. I will remove duplicates for those who give me fair warning. Let me know. Techstar gets a 2002 here. 2002 for Techstar. About 3/4 of the boxes I take care of are heavy boxes. They are incoming, outgoing, either way. I have close to 40 bags of wheat pennies now. And those are 35 pounds a piece. So there's a lot to that. Right? All right, well, we're done. We're done with this proof pull. We'll have another one coming up in 2 weeks. This next week, I will probably do another pretty big roll, pretty big roll sale. And then sometime soon, I need to do a lot of single coins at inexpensive prices you will enjoy. A lot of really nice coins coming up in that. But that is what I have. I appreciate it, folks. You guys have a great night. I appreciate everything you do for me, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace and love to all.